And Sean, you saw it. When did you see it?
I saw it last night in Oxnard. Went out by the beach and looked off, and you can see the little tiny fuzzy, or I think it's a long-haired star is the actual term that comes from ancient Greek to Latin. And there's the details. I'll get out of the way. It's really an interesting situation. Beautiful thing to see. 64 million miles away, just down the street. Find a spot, obviously, where it's dark. Look to the northwest. So if you watch the sun go down, look a little bit to the right of it, and then wait a little while, and you'll probably start to see it. Obviously, binoculars or a small telescope really help. And there's what looks, that's our animated version of it. And of course, NEOWISE, a couple other little details with it is really interesting, is that you can see right there the nucleus, the comet tail, which points away from the sun because of the solar wind, which pushes it away from the sun. And its tail can be spotted obviously well out, and it can stretch sometimes up to 600,000 miles. Really an amazing thing. And NEOWISE is traveling at a blistering speed of 17,500 miles an hour at 64 million miles away. Really just another remarkable thing about our solar system. Temperatures today right about spot on where they should be for this time of year. The beaches obviously cool to mild. Inland areas much warmer. Just a really nice day. And again, almost nailing those monthly averages, or I should say daily averages, and nowhere near those bottom totals, which are the highs and the lows of the records for this time of year. And look at that again. Inland, you were warm, but not too bad. Tomorrow, probably going to warm a little bit more as we're seeing high pressure beginning to sort of peak in its little movement toward the west coast before it starts to slowly meander back. Currently widespread 60s, a few 70s near the beaches, inland areas 80s, and a couple of 90s out there. Again, really nice quiet forecast. Northwest wind for the most part. We're going to watch this little area right here. That's the Gaviota Coast. The next couple of nights could see a very moderate sundowner event. Not really seeing that effect right now. If you do, usually you see the wind obviously picks up in speed, but you'll see the temperature go up and your humidity is drop. Right now it looks like everybody's just looking at another quiet night. Very dry inland. Of course, you head to the beaches, and it's obviously a little bit more mucky out there with the fog. Forecast, there's the high that's sort of drifting back toward the west coast right now. It's beginning to start to go back the other way toward the east as we head into next week. So really, if you like what you're seeing right now, we're going to probably get a little bit more of it as far as fog in inland areas, staying warm but probably cooling down a few degrees as we head toward the middle. And then about the second half of next week, we start to go back the other way ever so slowly. Something else that's also very fun to watch this time of year, which is the monsoon, which translates into a change in wind. Usually we see everything out of the west in this part of the world. This big area of high pressure will sometimes dig up some easterly winds and pull the moisture over into northern Mexico, and then it slowly drifts into this part of the world. And an interesting little side note, this part of the world, Arizona, back towards southeastern California, July and early August is your official wet season, if you can believe that. So we'll watch that closely in case any of that gets near us. And there's your Sunday morning forecast. Again, the marine layer popping up throughout much of the region, and then more so as we head toward Monday. As far as wind, we'll go ahead and see if we can stop it tomorrow night. And it looks like we do see a little uptick once we get to about the mid-evening or so. And again, we'll have to watch that. No advisory for that part of the world right now, but there could be. And your temperatures on Sunday, there it is. Look at that. Wow. Another beautiful day expected. On Monday, we bring it down just a little bit, so we'll see just a little cooling as we head into early next week for some areas. And as far as your area, there it is right there. Everybody doing really nice. Possible sundowner for the south coast. The beaches, again, a little bit of cloud cover. Afternoons nice. Inland areas not so much on the cloud cover. And the afternoons obviously much warmer with 80s and 90s expected. And as far as your temperatures in all areas, sorry, Ventura just kind of bounced on me. Same pattern there, 60s and 70s near the beaches, 80s and 90s inland. Surf, or I should say lack of surf forecast, looks to stay kind of on the small side the next several days. And there's your Santa Barbara forecast, and look at those numbers. They repeat because that's exactly what we're expecting over the next several days. Is not a lot of shocks to the system, just a little cooler through the middle of the week, more fog, and then as we slowly head toward next weekend, it looks like we see a little boost in temperatures. And I'm going to send it to break, and we'll be right back. Please stay tuned.